Good evening, Crown Confederation, and welcome back to Wizard101. Last we left off, we took down the Cyclops in Cyclops Lane, as well as polished up a few quests. So today we will be finishing off Cyclops Lane and moving on to the final street of Wizard City, Firecat Alley. But to start, we're going to do Fare Thee Well, in which we have to go talk to some vendors in the shopping district to start up the then fair again instead of the Ren fair. How clever. Because everything's a reference in this game. You can't stop it. Which is hilarious because a friend of mine actually let me know that one of the references is for Pet Cemetery of all things. I did not know that. Apparently old Judd, the boss we fought to get our pet, is a reference to Pet Cemetery. Excuse me. But I was not aware of this.
Welcome to Darkwoods Apparel Barrel, where... Oh, it's you. Did Cyrus complain about his laundry? Figures. You want me to provide costumes for the then fair, huh? Well, I do enjoy making those old-timey clothes. Nice change of pace. But I heard about all the problems on Cyclops. Oh, you handled it. Well, look at you. Sure then, I'll make them then costumes.
Wonderful. Glad to see small business supporting Renaissance fairs and community stuff. Actually, at the time of recording, it's around Halloween. And my little small town does all those small events like that.
Welcome, customers, to Do or DIY, where your home is your castle if you build it yourself. Ah, the then fair is back on? Great! I'll start chopping the wood and forging the nails I'll need to build the merchant stands post-haste.
Building merchant stands? I guess, wouldn't you typically want them to be like rolling? Like, I know you don't have trucks or anything, but you could at least put it on wheels. You'd think.
Buy something and then quickly depart my presence.
Oh, okay.
The then fair? That silly little harlequinade of infants and imbeciles dressed as cavemen or something equally aggressive? I can participate. Alas, my prize rings have been stolen. The rings to fire, ice, wind, dirt, and the fifth one. But I care not for it. I spit on its name.
What accent are you, sir?
The guards, such as they are, found the thieves in houses on Unicorn Way, Triton Avenue, Cyclops Lane, and the Dark Cave. If you wish prizes for the then fair, recover those rings and take them to the girl who sent you.
Alright, I can do that. I did not expect this quest to send me around. I thought it was just one of those bog standard side quests. It's just like, go talk to people and then come back and then get a chunk of XP. Speaking of, that quest from Jack Hallow is a Halloween exclusive. I'm not worrying about it until Mr. Deathknight is way further along and we're in the stages of farming stuff like gold skeleton keys and maybe spellements to upgrade. Stuff like that. There are a couple... Ooh, Diego's got a new quest for me. I did not notice that. Unlocking the truth.
Wizard, at last you have come. Any longer and I may have perished under the weight of this disrespect. You see, my friend, I have been burgled. A priceless family heirloom was stolen by my most archest of nemesis, my evil twin brother, Roberto. He's wanted the item since we were colts. I tried to confront the fiend, but he secured himself behind a wooden skeleton lock. A powerful wood I thought only a legend, until now. I'm certain there's a way to unlock the bony barrier, but I'm too busy training new students in the combative arts to do the research myself. However, I did hear there's a new assistant in the library whose focus is in the skeleton locks and keys. Could I impose upon you to consult him?
Absolutely, sir. Yeah. Speaking of skeleton keys, there's the tutorial for it. I don't, it switched my quest. I don't like that it switches your quest when you accept a new one. Like, I wish that was a setting that you could toggle on and off. But it's not, so you just, sometimes the quest arrow, you gotta work with yourself. Alright, is this it? Yep.
We're the planet fears! You can fear us too, because destroying your planet is the thing we do!
Indeed. Sure. Right. Okay. Do I don't think I need shields for this. Nope. Wanted that. There we go. Now I'm also gonna turn up everything just a hair. There we go. Alright. We've got a lost soul. The fear of fire at 180. So bladed ghoul should be able to take out the boss, and the lost soul I could literally sneeze at and he would perish. So I'm not too worried about him. Yeah. It's funny because if you do, like, Wizard City I believe is one of the shortest worlds story-wise, but if you actually take the time to do all the side quests and explore all the electives and stuff that you're given, it can be one of the longer worlds. And I'm not complaining about that because the change of scenery is constantly going. Like, the later worlds have 200 quests, but they're all in the same area, so you're just losing your mind going through the same jungle or the same building or the same thing over and over. Where Wizard City, it has, like, you know, it's got maybe 2 quests, or not 2, 12 quests per section. But you're constantly leveling up, you're constantly doing things that get fizzled, nerd, and it just makes it work out real nice for you. Makes everything work out real easy for you. Nice.
All I wanted to do was use a magic ring to reduce this world to cinders, and this is the thanks I get! Take the Ring of Fire. I've already done my part. You'll never reach the others before the Destroyer rises.
I don't know who the Destroyer is. And quite frankly, to be honest, I don't care. Because I'm focused on a different Destroyer. Unless you're speaking of the same Destroyer. Perhaps. Unless it's meant... this might be a Lord of the Rings reference, honestly. I couldn't tell you. I haven't... Well, I have seen the movies. It's just been a minute. They're pretty good. I liked them. It's just... I feel like those movies, and this might be an unpopular opinion, it kind of gets overhyped by everyone because, you know, it was the first really good fantasy movie that handled everything well. And it was also one of the first really good adaptations of the book. At least from my understanding. Because I watched the movies, but I never fully read the book. I got through most of it, but it wasn't something I actively read for a long time. I still probably should. Because I'm willing to bet they are, like, incredible. There it is. Like, I'm willing to bet stuff like that is incredible, but it's also... I just don't have strong opinions about media or anything like that. Fire Elf spell limit? Why must you do this to me? Could I at least have spell limits for, like, Ghoul? Or the Sprite or something? So I'm making progress towards something. Alright, which fear are you?
Ring of water, lend your power to create the Destroyer that will end this corrupted world. Who are you?
Yeah. Always with the rudeness. Because I'm so rude for barging in. 135. These guys are jokes. Like, I'm level 10. Cyclops Lane was meant as one of the first streets, I know, but this one's taking you across the streets, revisiting places. But it's not really doing much with it. Unless, of course, it is literally just a Lord of the Rings reference the whole way through. I don't know. This game is fueled by references, though. Everything is a reference. I think I've already mentioned that. But, I mean, it's also a game where you're designed to watch the same spell animation like 500 times. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool concept, but it's also watching the same thing over and over. Like, the gameplay does get a bit stale. The second world, Crocotopia, is where it really starts to drag. Especially as a death where you don't have an AoE. Which, actually, that's what I'm training. Well, I've trained the pet, Constable George, I believe his name was. I can't look. I trained him to be an adult, and now, using the energy, I've been farming for gold, which I can't show you still. There we go.
It doesn't matter. We will avenge our banishment. We will summon a destroyer of dirt, fire, wind, water, and etc. to, destroy you.
And etc.
My incantation was complete. The ring of water is powerless now, so you can have it. Word to your funeral.
Sure. But yeah, I've been farming gold because pet hatching is the most expensive thing in the game to do. But I don't farm a ton, like super quote unquote off camera, because I also want it to be part of the journey where it's like, sure, I could have started and booted up the wizard that's also on this account that's like level 60 and transferred over a really powerful pet and a bunch of gold and this and that. But I want to show you guys the journey of like getting seeds and running dungeons, and you know, I like when a game forces you to interface with all of its aspects and not just its one thing, which is why I like playing games at the highest difficulty, because if you play them at kind of a medium difficulty, sure, it's easier, but that's because you don't have to interface with everything. You don't have to, like in Skyrim, for example, make potions.
You come to stop us. You can't. Nothing can. We are the planet fears. The terrors born of all natural disasters. We are the shivering during a storm warning. The lump in the back of your throat during a small earthquake. We are the inconvenience of every snowfall. But we are nothing compared to what's coming. Meaningless in the wake of the destroyer. The disaster made flesh.
That was actually kind of creepy. Good job. Anyway, time to take him down. I don't think these guys have major death resist. But anyway, as I was saying, like in Skyrim, for example, you can set it to adept and just kind of do what you want, which is fine. I'm not judging anyone that plays that way, but I like to interface with everything. The farming, the mounts, the pets, the potion making, the blacksmithing. Like, I want to have the opportunity to screw with everything. And playing on the highest difficulty forces my hand to do that. Hey, I drew a ghoul. it forces my hand to do that because obviously that's what the difficulty's meant for. It's meant for you to do all of that stuff. And in a game like Wizard101, I can't artificially increase the difficulty because at least for the first arc, in my opinion, game's pretty easy. Second arc, it gets a little more intense and complex, but that's mostly because of the stuff that is in test room right now. Actually, the Selenopolis and the lack of transition between Dragonspire and Celestia, where after you beat Malastare, spoilers, I know, I'm sorry, then you just go to Celestia because Hailstrom says, hey, there's a problem under the water. And, like, you just go. But now, with the stuff in Test Realm, the Selenopolis, the Arc Mastery tutorial, I'm going to do this so I can get the health back. The Arc Mastery tutorial, the spell weaving mechanic, like, they're cooking. And yes, I know that, like, the Bazaar stuff is also really bad because it's screwing with the Empower black market. But, I mean,
I told you, we were nothing compared to what's coming. But if you're so desperate to reclaim the Ring of Winds, here you go. I already used up all its powers anyway to provide breath to the destroyer.
well, I appreciate you giving it to me. Actually, while we're here, why don't we take on Ius Maximus? So, I don't want to get into a fight. I don't have to. Whew. Okay, well, I'll find another one because they're patrolling that health wisp pretty intensely. There we go. Doink that. Doink that. And I mean, to finish my thought, MMOs in general require you to interface with everything if you want to get the most out of everything, which is why I like them. Why I like them in general.
Stupid hammer. Throw thunder. Yeah. Yeah. Strike. I think it's broken. Hey, who are you? Can you make this thunder hammer do thunder? No? Then you're no use to me.
Alright, he's got a Warhorn minion. That's actually slightly concerning. Am I going in? Can't remember. Ice. Storm and Fire. Any treasure card maybe that can help with this? I'll pack those two in case things start going bad, since they are myth. The Warhorn is going to be, yeah, 350 and 285. Yeesh. Let's start by Bansheeing the Warhorn, like a full power Banshee maybe. Please break that trap with a Bloodbat. Ooh, never mind. That's not a good start. Maybe I should have shielded first. I'm not going to worry about shielding now because I got to finish it off. 305. It might be able to one-shot the Warhorn if I'm lucky. Oh, I don't like that fizzle. That gives him 3 pips. Bloodbat on the trap. That's fine. Howie. Yeah, I could have gone for a Myth Shield to block the other trap, but need to reduce it to a 1v1, and I have a heal. So it's not a huge deal. Is that Ice Serpent? No. They're being kind with having such an excess in pips. Ooh, the fizzle too. Okay, I didn't want to fizzle. I was just pointing out that others were fizzling. And okay, well, they've each got 3 pips, so I'm gonna predict heal. Was that a good call? Another fizzle, dude. You're freaking me out. You've got too many pips. I'm not a fan of that, especially because I think you have a natural attack that, you know, does a lot of damage based on number of pips. Now is time for shield. Okay, blood bat on the trap, that's good. But still having a shield up would be good. The low roll on the snake is also good. Yeah, school identity for bosses and stuff aren't really defined yet. They just cast whatever spell they feel like. Alright, there's another Banshee. I'm safe from one myth attack. That's not myth. It's another Storm Snake, though. That one high rolled. Okay. Now, Madam Banshee, I need you to hit as hard as you can to take out the Warhorn in one shot. Please and thank you. Yeah. Very nice. Now, do I charge up again? Or do I just heal now? It is multiplicative. Yeah. Need that. I don't know if he can do even any 2 pip. Oh, it's getting close. I'm probably going to ghoul next. I don't know if he can do troll or anything. I think the extra pips are just kind of useless. Alright, ghoul. Need you to drag back the HP. Low roll, low roll. That's not low roll. Oh, it was low roll. Never mind. And thus the power of death is shown, in which I can heal back like 100, which is enough for 1 attack. And that's 128. I can just ghoul again and take him down. Oh dear, that's the natural attack. It only used 2 pips though. I don't think it's an X, I think it's a 2. Oh, but it's 100 damage per pip, which hurts. Don't fizzle. Oh no. This is bad. This is really bad. Ghoul, come on. I need you to show up. Just be a blood bat. Okay. I can live this. It's possible. Ooh. Don't fizzle. Okay. Whew. That was close. Completely calculated. I am a genius. And very much in pain. I mean, you almost did, so take pride in that, boy.
So fine, take it to Emerson. Let these guards arrest me. I'll be back. Nothing can escape the all-seeing eyes.
Yeah. That's what they all say. Extra health? Nah. Damage all the way. I don't need to worry about defensive stats or anything if I can kill faster. Woo! I almost got pulled in there. I need health wisps, please. I got rocked, and I don't want to use my potion. That should be fine. I'll find more on the way to other stuff. Alright, Emerson, I have dealt with the Cyclops.
I heard we arrested Ius Maximus thanks to you. How'd I hear? Messenger grackles. Standard practice, really.
What is a messenger grackle?
I'll take this work of art back to Pablo Thunder. He's been real emotional about it. Creative types, right?
Sure. Whatever that means. Alright, let's finish. The power is ours. And dodge this to grab a couple more. Perfect. And then sneak by. Perfect. So the last one's in the dark cave unless there is a 5th ring. Everyone who's referencing it is just like, it's the 5th one, duh. I don't know what the 5th one is. Ooh. I gotta be careful. crossing slash walking across the street. I don't want to get into fights I don't have to.
Ah, good. The rise of the Destroyer should have a witness. Someone to go blind in the light of his glory. My fellows already imbued him with the power over fire, water, and wind. And I have given him all the power of the Ring of Dirt. There's only one ring left. The fifth ring. The oft-forgotten Ring of Guts.
Oh.
It's super important, though. It's what makes him a physical thing that can destroy, not just swirling energy. So, Ring of Guts, activate! Is it activating? I don't think it's activating. Lousy ring. Probably only works if you have working guts.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hey, you look alive. Wanna help me out here? Either you do it or I'll make you do it.
Right. Yeah, you'll make me do it. Didn't you hear I just arrested a Cyclops? You guys are all incompetent at your job. Oh, whoops, I left the shields in there. 200 HP. Well, you're the strongest of the four. But you also still have a lost soul for a minion, which is not an appropriate minion for them. Is a 35 blade gonna do enough? With a ghoul, though. 160 times 1.35. Well, half of 160 is 80. Which, yeah, should be fine. Should be fine. As long as I don't fizzle it. And also, health recovery is very good. I just need an AoE, which can come either from the trap, or from a pet, or I hit level 48 and learn Scarecrow. But that is way down the line. And I don't want to have to wait that long. 222, okay. I do not want to have to wait that long. Alright, you're going to stay and fight. Interesting choice. Interesting. Okay. Another natural attack, huh? That one hurt a little more, I think. Oh no, I'm not really giving you the respect of looking at you. Even if you're a ghost too. Goodbye. At least, goodbye, I think. Goodbye, I hope. As long as I don't fizzle it. Thank you. Nice. Not a full, but still a good heal, nonetheless.
Oh, bother. Are you sure I can't convince you to help me create the Destroyer? Come on. It'll be fun. Fine. Sheesh, calm down. A simple no would have sufficed. And don't worry about all that energy. Without a body, it'll disperse on its own. Now, take the rings of dirt and guts and go. Do whatever you were going to do with them.
They're for a Ren Fair, my guy. I don't even get rings as a reward. Are they just meant as decoration? Or, yeah, it is rings. I thought we went to an amulet shop. I do not remember. I cannot say. I do not remember. But that should finish off the last bit of Cyclops Lane, and then we're down to the last street. Then we can also unlock the truth and do the tutorial for skeleton keys. Got everything.
All the shopkeepers agreed to help us, and you stopped angry ghosts from destroying the world? This is shaping up to be the best Zen fair ever. Oh, and you even have rings we can give out as prizes. Let's see. Dirt, fire, wind, water, and guts? Like actual guts? Neat. Let's just put that last one away. Thank you so much, Wizard. Make sure to visit the Then Fair when it's up and running.
I'm sure I will. Alright, now let's do unlocking the truth. After we grab these cattails, we can head back to the commons and learn about the skeleton key system, which I think they've tried to rework like 4 times total, and it just has not worked. I mean, it's pretty good, in my opinion. It's better than just being like, oh, you have to buy it, but they're still working. Still working it out. I'm sure they'll figure something out. What's up, bro?
Oh, can I help you? Diego the Duel Master seeks information about a wooden skeleton lock. Why, that happens to be my field of expertise. Skeleton locks are enchanted doors that can only be opened by a corresponding key. Thus, Diego's wooden lock requires a wooden skeleton key. But those keys are typically quite difficult to come by, coveted as they are by what I call bad folk, and they shatter after only one use. Fortunately for you, I have a wooden skeleton key I can part with if you take this keyring with you on your adventures. The keyring detects nearby skeleton keys and sends data back to me for my continuing research. Plus, it will mark your map with key locations. Well, I bid you and Diego good luck with whatever waits behind that wooden skeleton lock. I'm counting on you to explore the entire spiral.
Wooden skeleton key.
You found your first skeleton key. These enchanted keys unlock powerfully warded doors, behind which you'll discover great rewards. Different types of skeleton keys will open different kinds of locks, so pay attention. And each skeleton key can only be used once. Remember that great reward is often won only through great risk, so be wary of the monsters you discover behind locked doors.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, all the skeleton key bosses are usually cheating bosses with high HP, and of course the main thing is they adjust to what level you are. So if I fight them at level 10, they'll be a level 10 boss. But if someone at max level fights them, they're adjusted for that max level. Got the thing, Diego.
You're back! What did the librarian's assistant say? We need a wooden skeleton key? Of course! Curse this bad luck. What's that? The librarian's assistant gave you a wooden skeleton key? I knew you'd come through for me. That's why I hate to beg another favor of you. Will you duel Roberto and recover my precious heirloom? Let me explain. As much as I would love to battle my brother, honor forbids it. You see, Roberto and I both made an oath to our mother on her deathbed that we would never take up arms against family, so I cannot fight him. However, we also made an oath to our father on his deathbed that we never back down from a challenge, so I must fight him. You see my difficulty, eh?
Interesting.
Roberto stole the heirloom knowing I'd be unable to personally retaliate, but there is no dishonor if I send a proxy. Especially not if that proxy is my most prized pupil who learned everything they know about dueling from me! Haha! Will you do it? Thank you, my friend. You can find Roberto's hidden lair. I'll mark your map.
Thanks, Diego. But yeah, there's 3 tiers of skeleton keys. I don't know if the stone ones are still in cycle, because I know the wiki talks about them all the time. But there's the wooden that I have, the stone that opens very little stuff, and then there's the gold skeleton keys, which are the majority of what people will be using, because you use them to farm gold key bosses, which result in like you know, spell elements for special spells, so you don't have to open packs. You don't have to basically play a gambling game. Not a fan of gambling. At least me personally. Others can do it, I don't care. It's me who doesn't like it. I'd like to... Especially where you could buy packs to get a bunch of overpowered gear and stuff. I'd rather just, you know, play the game. So you find one of these locks, you press X, takes a key, and unlocks it for you. And then you can participate in the wooden key boss.
You've lopped right into my trap, my foolish Wait, you are not my brother.
Astute observation, Roberto.
It was that coward, Diego. Send a child to fight his battles? So be it.
Alright, he is fire, so let me swap up for fire shields. And then head in. I don't think this one is super powerful / scaled because they're meant to be tutorials. Well, I could be wrong. I've never struggled against Roberto. I don't think people farm him for the drops. The only thing I can think that is a cool drop is you can get his rapier wand for stitching, because it doesn't have very good stats or anything. So, see if we double up here, and then Banshee should be easy peasy lemon squeezy, game over. What kind of duelist are you and Diego if I can take you out in like 3 turns? And I got a power pip just to flex on you. Just don't fizzle it, please. Thank you. Perfect. At least he's respectful.
Enough! Here, give the baby his toy back. I only stole it to irk him, but it's no fun if I don't get to see the look on his stupid face. Besides, he clearly isn't lucky at all. Couldn't even help me defeat a lowly whelp like you. Just take the piece of junk and get out! Get out of here!
Oh, he's all embarrassed now. Yeah, I already got that from something else. So, goes to show just how good his drops are. It's mostly the wand for the stitching if you want. Like a rapier wand. But even then, there's a lot more styles. There's a lot more styles you can get that I think are personally just better. But that's all dependent on style.
You've returned with my great-grandsires lucky unicorn shoe. I knew that scoundrel Roberto would be no match for my favorite pupil. It's a good thing the librarian's assistant that no one had ever heard of before literally had the key to solving this problem, no?
You're using the fourth wall as a coffee table, Roberto.
Indeed. Just see, my friend, this unicorn shoe brings luck to everyone. Well, for everyone but Roberto, that is. Thank you again.
Sweet. Just said it doesn't give you the key again. So now we can head over to Firecat Alley and take on the last bit of Wizard City. Or at least last bit of the 3 streets that are in danger. But yeah, the areas tend to be varied. I think Crocotopia just gets the most flack because it is the least varied of the first 5. But also it's like it doesn't help that it's not exactly great story-wise. You spend the whole time looking for a book and then still fail. So you're just kind of there to burn time. Alright, Private Quinn. Well, there you are.
Oh, you're that Unicorn Way hero wizard, aren't you? What? Sergeant Muldoon sent you? Woo! I need all the help I can get.
Certainly, I can help you. Next time! So thanks everyone so much for watching. Be sure to do everything to appeal to the YouTube algorithm. The liking, the comment, the subscribing. Also remember, down in the description, there's the Discord, the Crowned Army Discord, where you can come hang out with myself as well as fellow Crowned Army mates. But that's about it for me, so always remember, stay crowned.